Hi guys, I am Kylie Sinkowitz, and this is my About Me video. I'm going to apologize in advance if there are some dogs barking in the background of this recording. Anyway, let's move on into the video. So as I said, my name is Kylie, and like all of you, obviously I am studying architecture at Arizona State University. I've known that I wanted to be an architect ever since I was a kid. I've always loved designing and building things, and that passion has only grown over time. Like many of you, I'm sure my favorite toy growing up was Legos. I'm sure that's the same for a lot of us. In my work, I focus on creating designs that serve communities and bring people closer together. Outside of school, some things that I really enjoy to do are horseback riding, paddleboarding, mountain biking, reading, and spending times with friends and family. My goal when I design is to design spaces that are not only functional but also meaningful and inspiring for people who use them. And then I have a little bit of experience here. So I interned at a firm called J2 Design. I just did things like I did a couple of site visits and red lines and other things like that. Education, I got my undergrad from Arizona State University as well. I did it in 3 years instead of 4, so I'm going into my 5th year at ASU. And then here are a couple of my studio projects that I've done in my undergrad. I have a couple for my undergrad and a couple for my master's. So this is my first one that I ever did. I actually won Design Excellence for this one. It's called Tempe Oasis. You can obviously see here we have a couple of, well, actually all of the floor plan options for apartments to live in. And then we have a section down here, site plan, the second floor of the entire thing, the third floor, and the fourth floor of the entire thing. So yeah. Then I did this fun little Rhino studio class where we just had to design a one-person dwelling. So this is that project that I did. And then this one was super fun for me because I got to incorporate horses into it a little bit. It's called Leather, Metal, and Horses. It was also really fun because it's in the town that I live in Arizona, Gilbert. So I really was super familiar with the area and super familiar with the cowboy culture that there is in Gilbert. So I got to incorporate a little bit of my knowledge about horses on this one. And include it into the project. And then this is the project from last semester, Desert Bridge Middle School. Most of us probably did this one, right? Anybody who was in this program last semester. So I just have the site plan, my 2 floors, and then a rendering that I did, and this little diagram that shows like the sun path and the wind and the green roofs and my little sunshades that were on my windows. Anyway, that's all I've got, so thank you guys for listening.